Hey everybody, that's Pete. I'm Andy. This is Pete and Andy Talk Ski on your TV. Welcome to our Olympic preview. We're going to talk about favorites. We're going to talk about underdogs. We're going to tell you who to watch. We're also going to give tips to new Olympians because you know what? Navigating the waters of the Olympics, you guys, it's not easy. And then we are going to suffer through power rankings. We are going to try to rank the athletes, how they will perform, and we will hate every second of it. But you know what? I guess this is why we do it, right, Pete?
We got to do it. We can't not do it.
Right. All right, Pete, where shall we start?
Let's start with slopestyle athletes. And for me, the only ones I care about are the American athletes. That's not 100% true.
I know that's not true, but
for this week or the next coming weeks,
still,
it's mildly true.
Yeah.
Big time. So we'll start with slope men. And to be honest, I think there's like a pretty good makeup of the team this year. You've got Alex Hall.
I completely agree.
Right? He's been there a couple times. Mac, who has been there once. No. And then you've got two new guys in Troy Podmilsack and Connor Ralph.
Dude, I woke up last night at midnight sweating, thinking about Andre's second race.
Defending this year. And so I think it's cool.
True.
I think, you know, you've got him, especially Alex, I could see being kind of the leader here. Been there, done that, and also won that. But I think it's like a great makeup on the men's side of the team.
Yeah, and I don't think any of the slopestyle big air competitors would see themselves as like big air specialists, but of the entire games, if there is a big air specialist, I feel like it's Troy Podmilsack. What do you think about that?
For sure. Yeah, I think so too. He had the first in Steamboat, first in Secret Garden, took time off from X Games. Like, he is kind of the big air specialist. And, you know, I remember, I guess it was like the last games where it was like, no, it's not really like, we're not taking people from big air. It's just kind of slope based. And that's kind of how it was for the makeup of the team. But I would say this year they have like a true big air gold medal threat who's proven himself within this year to have what it takes.
Yeah, and the other thing too, and it's more of an American problem than other country problem, is who's healthy, right? Because our qualifying system is way more difficult and way more intense than any other nation. And since he and Ahal, since they were both able to qualify early, they could kind of just make sure they feel good going to the Olympics.
For sure.
And there are not many. Like, they are two of the few that are in that camp. So yeah, I think Teapot is honestly the favorite for big air right now.
For sure.
Anyway, we're not supposed to even be like giving, this is not medal predictions or anything. We haven't gotten to that point yet. I'm getting ahead of myself, but still, that's the thing.
I guess the last thing I'll say on the men's slope side is, like, you look at Mac and Connor, and I know Mac didn't have the greatest result last games. He's very young. And so I could see him hungry to kind of make a splash. And then Connor, same thing, is like he had to battle his way into that fourth spot, right?
Yeah.
Skied so well. But again, I think in terms of like trajectory, he's primed to have like a great showing. So I'm excited for this men's team. It's going to be wild.
I think you can realistically say all four of the Americans are legit podium contenders. And honestly, I think probably our men's slope big air team is probably our strongest team of any.
Yeah.
Would you say that's true? Like,
I would say that's true. And
this is coming from the number one half-pipe fan in all the world. And I'm just, that's just the way that I feel.
I think so. And I think just with the variability of the slope, but then looking at like the team too, it's like, is the course going to play to Ahal strengths? Like, I've seen a little bit of like a preview of it, and it seems like a pretty straightforward course, right?
Yep.
So that might not play to his strengths, but again, his rails are so strong that what are his strengths? He's just a strong guy. He's strong all around. So you can't really count him out. But again, like looking at more of a straightforward course, I think it brings the other three into the mix too.
Yeah, I completely agree. That is a thing that was also on my mind. So I'll mention the internationals that I really like. I mean, number one is Luca Harrington. I mean, if you ever met Andy, you know that I'm a massive fan of Luca Harrington. Just won X Games slope gold. He hasn't been off a big air podium, I think, yet this year. I mean, he's a great skier who's coming in really hot. Burke Rude, he's won locks. He's had a lot of good, I mean, he's been a really good skier for a long time. So I think he's another guy that you need to keep your eye on. I've also got written down Tormod Frosted, who's another Norwegian Matei sponsor.
Yep.
Austrian? Where's Matei from? I
can't remember, but he like skis for Austria, I believe, but I don't know if he's actually from Austria.
Oh, okay. So it's
Very
more
good,
complicated than one would think. All right. Well,
I think so.
Evan McEachran, Andre Rigettli.
Yeah.
Those are other top athletes.
I think that's good. I mean, there's a bunch of dark horses out there too.
And then there's about 1 billion dark horses. Yeah.
Yeah. But those are definitely some of like the big names for sure. But again, I think our 4 have like a great chance against anybody that you just mentioned.
I agree.
So I'm going to wrap up every single section that we do with Go USA.
Fair enough. Yeah. I am wearing my ski sweater again, Pete. It brought us luck in the past. So here we go. All right. Women's slope / big air, I guess. What do you got?
Women's slope, big air. So yeah, team makeup for USA this year, looking like we just talked about the men's with some veterans on there. We have 4 rookies.
Yep.
That being said,
didn't Marin go in 22? I think she was the one that went.
She? Oh, I think you might be right.
I'm not 100% on that, but I think she might have. Anyway,
so
whatever.
She might have, but we do. I mean, this is definitely kind of like a younger team. But that being said, everybody who's on the team has had a standout in some way or another. Grace has been crushing it, especially big air. I'm very excited to see Grace Henderson in big air. We talked a lot about that Dub 10 Blunt. I think she's got some other stuff in the bag too. And then Rail Harwood, I think, is kind of like, when you're talking like podium potential of the 4 athletes that we have going, I think she's probably top of the pops.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I think we have a young Avery Crumay. I think she's the youngest of the slopestyle crew, right? Who kind of came out of nowhere this year. Like I see her as more of a slope skier than a big air skier, but she's one to watch.
Yeah, I think so too. And you talk about consistency too going in. You know, with so many variables, and she's been skiing consistent. Is like, does she have a great shot to make finals? I'd say yes, absolutely.
Yep. I completely agree.
Yeah. The flip side, I think, is like the international field is tough comparatively.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it's true of men too, but man, the ladies' field is deep, super deep. I mean, obviously, Mathilde Grimaud is going to be the favorite going into any event at all. She's probably got the deepest bag of tricks. She probably has the most experience. She's just really, really good. Kirsty Muir, she's had a really good year so far.
For sure.
1 X Games slope, 2nd X Games big air. I feel like she won another big air too, right?
I think so. Yeah, but definitely huge year for her.
Yeah, Megan Oldham is still the lady with the triple.
Yep.
Was she at the last Olympics?
I can't remember.
I want to say she wasn't.
I kind of don't think so either. And that was obviously pre-triple, because the triple was in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Last year's X Games, I think.
Yeah. But she's definitely one of the perennial ones to watch, right? Whenever she's in a contest, you're like, what's she going to do?
For sure.
She can compete. Obviously, Eileen Gu, right?
Yeah.
She won locks. I don't think she's done a big air since last Olympics, but she won that. Like, she's talented.
Yeah.
If she's in a contest, she's got a chance to win.
I think so. The only difference I see is, like, again, with her being spread out with 3 different disciplines. We've talked about this a lot. And she's so good on rails. But again, it's just a lot. I guess it's just like the overall load and schedule of trying to go for the 3 medals again, because I think that's her goal. And I think that's been publicized. I don't think I'm making that up.
I don't think you are either. Yeah, and I think the schedule goes slope, big air, half pipe.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming she's going to do all 3. but the question is, how good does her body feel? Right? By the time the third event comes around, it's big
body
air
and mind.
It's a lot. It's a lot to go through. The last one I've written down, don't know how healthy she is, but the hometown favorite, Flora Tabanelli.
Yeah.
Hopefully she's healthy. Hopefully she can ski. She's good.
Yeah, that'll be fun. She'll definitely have a large cheering section. Guaranteed.
Yes. I am sure that she will. All right, Pete. Do we move to Halfpipe?
Yeah, we can move to Halfpipe.
All right. Who you got?
We can move to Halfpipe. Our men's team is, I don't know. There's people that also could have been on the team. We've talked about this before. We've got a deep field. These four that we have, in my opinion, are all gold medal contenders.
Yes,
you've got Alex
agreed.
Ferreira, the super veteran. You've got Nick Goepper, who is also the super veteran in a different right. He's been to the games
in a completely different event. He's the super veteran.
Yeah, in a different discipline, which is insane. We have Hunter Hess, which I still think back to his last hit, his last run in Aspen, I think it was, that he slammed down. That run to me still is like a standout of the year if he would have put it down. And then you have Burke Irving, who has just he had to claw his way into that fourth, spot on the team. But I think he's a great pick.
But he clawed
been
successfully.
Consistent. He did. He made it there, and it's not discounting his results were. He's top 5, at every event.
Yep.
And so what does it take for him to push to the next level? On this big stage here, not that much more. So he's got it too. This is a crazy team. I don't even know who to root for. I just root for them all. I can't pick one.
I'll point out too that Hunter Hess specifically wanted us to know that he has been working on his 16, because I was a little mean and I told him that he needs to grab his 16 better.
Hello, Pete. Hello, Andy. I realized that you were critiquing my Dub 16. Valid critique, Andy. I heard it loud and clear. I went to Copper and I repped him out. All because of you. I'm also extremely self-conscious, all because of you. But, love the show. Keep it up. I love you guys. Kinda. Have a good day. Love you. Keep it up. Woo!
That's perfect. I'm glad he's been... I'm glad that Hunter's been training. That's strong work. That's what you're supposed
if anyone puts in the work, Hunter puts in the work. You know what I mean?
He's a strong guy. I saw him this fall, and he gave me a hug, and I was like, "That's a strong guy." But mostly work ethic. He's been working so hard for so long, and it's just coming together for him. I'm super excited to see him perform.
Agreed. And so honestly, I feel like those 4 athletes, right? I think you can look at them and be like, they are the top athletes in the whole event, except for FMI.
Oh, fuck. Oh, about that.
Finn Melville Ives has won pretty much every halfpipe contest for about a year. And he really is that good. He really is that good. So, for sure, is it possible that, Team USA has a podium sweep? Is it possible that, we win a gold medal there? Absolutely. But I think you have to say the favorite is FMI.
Yeah, I think going in, he's the favorite. And then when you look at Team New Zealand, is there a scenario where FMI and Luke Harold go 1 and 2? Because when Luke Harold puts a good run together,
he puts a run together.
Yeah, that's pretty boss too. So it's if there was a direct competitor, and I don't mean to leave out any other countries or athletes, USA versus the Kiwis in my brain, at least.
Yeah, I got another athlete for you that people might not expect, and that's Gus Kenworthy.
Hey, Gus, you got anything for Pete and Andy's podcast?
Hang on a second, I put money on this kid.
Dude, Gus Kenworthy is skiing the best he's probably ever skied. And he took 3 years off. So... I bet a lot of people will see his name and be like, how long has this guy been around? I am very confident he is going to make finals. I wouldn't put it past him to get a top 5.
No.
Gus is not just there as a person to wave at fans. He is legit. So
Yeah, he's 100% legit back and super strong. And it's so funny you say, like, how long has Gus been around? It's like when I was coaching full time, he had a video. I think he was with Bud Keene. We've talked about this before.
Yeah.
Right. And this was
I've seen that video.
I think it was in Tahoe, and they put out the raw footage, and it's him half pipe and hitting jumps and just cranking tricks. And it is like one of the most impressive training videos. So if you think he hasn't been working hard, he's put in all the work and then some and continues. So yeah, he'll be super fun to watch too.
Yeah. Gus will ski great, and I am stoked for him. Last person that I've got written down here is Brendan McKay.
Yeah.
You know, like he goes absolutely massive. He's, learned what switch alley-oop double 12. He's a good skier. He's not like front of my list for, getting on the podium, beating FMI, but great skier. Podium contender.
I think
Americans are careful.
You have to put him in the mix for sure. And I think for Team Canada, he's probably at the top. But again, just like you said, his amplitude, it's like almost terrifying. Like, I think he has a similar to, we talked about in our last episode, Alex Honnold not having a fear receptor. He must have some shred of that, because when he lets loose, I mean, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, sure. I feel like on the hot mic at Snow League, he was like, oh yeah, I took off. I couldn't even see the landing. Like, I couldn't even see. And he went like 20 feet out. And I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, other people would not take off.
You do you, bro. No, exactly.
Just wild. All right, women's half pipe.
Yep.
For Team USA, we have Svea Irving, Abby Winterberger, Kate Gray, Riley Jacobs.
Yep.
So I think this is the one, because I was mixed up about Marin, but yeah, this is a rookie crew heading in.
Is it? Right on.
I think they are all.
Well, yes.
Yeah, first game.
So it's only Svea that could have gone, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think she did. We really should know these things, but I don't think
we really should. But I don't think that she did. So
I'll point this out. Abby Winterberger is the youngest athlete on Team America.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I think that's very cool. 15 years old. She's got a bunch of top 10s with the best result, a 6th in Aspen. I mean, I think that's amazing. I think that Svea is probably going to lead the charge for our women's pipe team.
100%.
Well, I know she pulled out of a couple events, like minor injury, correct? Yeah. Major injury. And so, I'm just hoping she's healthy, ready to roll.
Yeah, and I feel like that's a good thing because, hopefully she can actually come in and be healthy. She skied pretty well at X Games, right? But, she was in a spot where she pretty much qualified before the end of the qualifying season. So she was able to take a little bit of time off, and that's massive.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say is, I mean, this is a really young team, right? Like, like what you said, I think Svea is the best chance to get a medal. I'm not putting pressure on, the rest of the team to try to be on the podium, whatever. But in future Olympics, this is a very young team, and we have Hannah Fallhaber too. So women's pipe team future looks very bright. It looks very bright. So I'm not worried about. We don't need to pull home bags of medals this year. In my opinion, it would be great, but.
It'd be great, but we need to go land runs and feel good about it for sure. And then it's Abby's a great one. You look at her; she's 15 years old. How many more games does she have in her? Did she choose to continue?
Hopefully a lot.
That could be potentially. This could be the start of a very, very long career for her. It'd be awesome.
One would hope. Yeah. So internationally, of course, you can't talk about halfpipe without talking about Eileen again.
You led with Eileen.
I led with Eileen. Yeah, I did lead with Eileen.
Was
I not supposed to?
Well, in my head, I thought you were going to say you can't talk about halfpipe without Zoe Atkin.
Well, I guess you can't talk about halfpipe without Zoe Atkin either. But I mean, as far as the judges are concerned, Eileen hasn't lost a half-pipe contest since the Reagan administration. So
Valid.
I think
Valid point.
that's where we go with it. But to your point, Zoe Atkin is really good, and she has skied really good this year. As soon as you watch the ladies half-pipe contest, you will know who Zoe Atkin is. Let's put it that way. Li Fengwei, another Chinese athlete. She is awesome. She's one of my favorite skiers. Love how she skis. If it weren't for Eileen, she would absolutely be the top Chinese athlete, and I feel like people would talk about her a lot more. Indra Brown, she just turned 16, so we can't say Indra Brown 15 anymore. She's 16 years old. Came on super hot this year. Great skier. She's not going anywhere either. Who else do I have? Cassie Sharp, Canadian. She's already got an Olympic gold medal. She's probably the veteran, right, of the field at this point. She's got to be.
For sure. Yeah.
Great skier. It would not shock me at all if she got on the podium either.
Nope. What about Ushin?
Yeah. She's another Chinese athlete. She's really good.
That's really another one, to, I think, put out there. I think the big storyline to me, and that's why I interrupted you at the start, is got to be kind of this like Zoe and Eileen showdown.
Yeah.
And maybe that's not the big storyline, and I don't mean to discount any other competitors, but I guess it's the story. It's the storyline I want. Like I want like a battle and a showdown, and I want maybe somebody to qualify ahead of somebody, and somebody to be like, wait, what? And I'm making these things up right now, but like, would that keep me on the edge of my seat? It very much would.
Yeah, I think it will be very interesting. We'll get into this more when we do power rankings. We have to. Let's just say we've got more to talk about there. So Pete, should we lecture some athletes on how they should experience the Olympics? What do you think?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think so. Because I guarantee those that are already over there are waiting for this episode to come out so we can tell them how to act and behave.
Definitely.
I'm
certain of it. They are just can't wait to hear our opinion on it. But let's do it anyway.
My take on it, and again, I haven't been, but like, I love all the, I love the summer, I love the winter, I love it all. I love the sports that you don't see all the time. And I think digging into those, again, when you have time, you got to go see whatever you can see. Yes. That's like my opinion. Like, get out there, represent us, represent USA, cheer on USA, represent
or
the
your
other
nation
sports.
Or whatever nation.
Nation, but just cheer on the other sports.
We have a very strong international audience, Pete, so we can't,
Yeah, you can cheer for whoever.
Do whatever you want. But if whoever your ombudsman or whatever the person is that is kind of like one of the leaders of your nations, whatever, they will give you free tickets, right? If you go up to them and be like, hi, I'm an athlete, I would like to go see this hockey game, you can get free tickets. And I think the way that it's spread out there in Milan, like, it's kind of spread out a good amount, but whatever, you have a day off, go see a hockey game. You know what I mean?
Go see it. Don't go see the hockey game at 9 p.m. the night before your event.
No.
But day after, 2 days before, oh my gosh. I think that's got to be just like the coolest feeling ever.
If you have a day off, you're not allowed to sit in your athlete room or whatever and watch Pete and Andy videos, okay? You need to get out. You need to go have fun, experience the Olympics.
You can spend an hour on our video,
hour or two,
a little
or
stretching.
three.
You can watch the video, but then you got to get out.
We'll keep you company, but then you got to get out. Mine that I want to point out, Pete, is when you finish your run and you're down at the bottom and you're waiting for your score to drop, it is mandatory. Andy is making you take off your goggles. Take them off, because like it or not, if you want to be a professional skier, you need sponsors. If you want sponsors, you need to be marketable. If you want to be marketable, you need to not look like a Martian at the moment that might be the moment when the most people are staring at your face. Like, it is okay to look like a human being, take off your goggles. Heck, you could take off your helmet if you want. They won't stop you. Not even fists will stop you. Anyway, the point is, it is okay. Like, no one is going after the Olympics is going to go, remember how cool that dude's goggles were? Yeah, those were some really cool goggles. No one is going to think that. It is okay to take your goggles off. It is okay to show people that you're a human being. And your sponsors will be stoked to be like, oh my goodness, we sponsored a human being and they're at the Olympics. This is cool. Anyway, be marketable.
I think that that's a good one. You know, you think about it's like everybody looks like a blob in a bib. And nobody sponsors a blob in a bib. They sponsor, a face, a likeness, somebody who comes off, can speak well, says hi to mom, whatever you want to do. But yeah, let's see your face and smile, you know?
I like that. I like that a lot. That's just a good rule to live by. Pete, I feel like, well, I guess on the other end of advice, there's a headline going around that every Team USA Olympian walks home with $200,000 this year and in future Olympics. Did you see this headline?
I did see a few of these very confusing headlines.
Yeah, that's awesome. So should kids just go out and buy Ferraris with that $200,000 or what?
For sure.
Let's party.
You know, when the first one that I saw was just like the very bold, you know, everybody gets $200,000, and you're like, that's great. You know, or somebody is what it is. Stone Ridge Holdings, financial, corporate, something.
Yep, you know what you're talking about.
You know, has donated a bunch of money to give to the athletes, and that's great. United States versus other countries, right? Like, we do not get any government assistance and or funding for these athletes.
Facts.
So to have this out there, when I first saw the article, I was like, fantastic. Till you read the article and some of the stipulations in there that to me don't sound like the title of the article.
It's a little funky. So the way it works out is you'll receive your first $100,000 either 20 years after your participation in your Olympic Games or when you turn 45, whichever comes last.
Perfect.
So don't go out and buy a Ferrari unless you expect to pay it off when you're 45. Because otherwise, that money, it ain't going to help you.
No,
the other one is you're going to get...
another one.
Yeah, and so the last $100,000 that you get, awesome, you get $100,000. You get, well, I guess you don't actually get it. When you die, your family / beneficiaries, whatever, get $100,000. So who gets? I guess you don't. You definitely don't walk away with $100,000. Let's put it that way. There is no walking involved for that $100,000.
No, and I think, you know, especially when you understand the stipulations, it sounds very much like, I get it. This is like a long-term thing for these Olympians, right?
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that.
There isn't,
right?
Like, it's great. I want to highlight that, like, we're not being negative about trying to find a way to financially help these hardworking athletes who are giving it their all, right?
Yeah, they are better off with this program than without, right?
Yeah, the stipulations sound very much like Stone Ridge Holding is potentially in estate planning, right? Where this is like this is a long-term thing. But the other gripe that I have with it is one of the articles was like, did you know that a lot of these Olympians are working paycheck to paycheck, you know, living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
They work year round just to, you know, this is their dream, but here we are, we're going to help them out. But not until you're 45. You're going to be working, you're going to be living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
Until you're 45, and then you can
you're
get your
still,
100K.
you might be able to have there probably won't be a down payment for a house at that point. So here's just, these are some questions that I had written down that I would like to know. That, I mean, this is some nerdy stuff. But these are the things that I want to know before I get excited. Number one, where is this money being held? Right?
Valid.
Like, did they just hand it over to the U.S. team and now Team USA is like, okay, we can put it in bonds or whatever? Or is this held by Stone Ridge Holdings, right? And if that's the case and it's in this kind of fund, what's the composition of that fund? You know, like, is this in crypto? You know, like, is this in something weird? Or is this, again, maybe it's in bonds, you know, like,
is it in,
you know.
Is it in silver and it just lost half of its value?
I don't know, but I feel like that's good information to know. What are the brokerage fees for this fund? Because if it's 1-2%, like Stone Ridge Financial might end up making more money off of this than Olympians. And then, yeah, so, okay, 20 years, you get your money. That's awesome. Can you pull the money out? Or do you need to leave the money in there for your retirement the whole time? And they tell you how you're able to pull money out. Okay, I'm done. Okay, no, one more.
I got one more.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, how long has Stone Ridge Holdings been around for? Do they have the longevity to see all of these athletes through?
Yeah.
Is the company even going to be a viable company at some point? Was that yours too?
Thank you. That was where I was going to go on the last one, but yes, thank you. And don't get me wrong, I'm the most cynical person in the world. These are the things that always go through my mind. Olympians are better off, Team USA Olympians are better off now than they were before this, but
yep.
I want to know more information before, you know, I start shaking hands and patting backs, be like, yeah, great job, guys. That's awesome. You know,
for sure. I think it's it's a step in the right direction. I forget the guy from Stone Ridge or whatever that did this. It's a step in the right direction. This is a private entity that's trying to do this. So again, we're not bagging on it too hard here, but little goofy.
I want to think everyone's parts are in the right places and it's all going to be great. And I hope that's the way it goes.
Yes, me too.
Yes. All right, Pete, shall we suffer through power rankings?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready. I actually have a whiteboard today in case I need to make any last minute changes. I'm not going to show you the other side of it.
Okay.
But I'm glad I found this. I'm kind of ready for this. I'm ready for the games. Okay. I'm ready to not do power rankings for a second because these are stressful to me.
Yes.
And I didn't think we were going to dive into this right now. That's why you caught me a little off guard. But like,
so you're still going to make some last minute changes?
Probably. That's why I have the whiteboard with my little eraser here.
Right. All right. So does that mean I'm going to go first, or does that mean you're going to go first?
I would absolutely love it if you went first.
All right. We are going to start with Slopestyle. I feel like we haven't had many Slopestyles this year. So I feel like, you know, when we get the chance to talk about Slopestyle, we got to talk about Slopestyle. All right. Number one for me for Slopestyle is Mac Forehand. Number 2, Luca Harrington. Number 3, Burke Rude. Number 4, Alex Hall.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I say wow because I believe I didn't tally and do the full math. Our lists are the same, but in not even close to the same order.
Really? I will be honest with you. I didn't think our lists were going to be the same at all. At all. Okay.
I picked the same 4, just a completely different order.
I kind of wish that we had discussed beforehand so we could have chosen 4 different athletes. I really did not think.
It's better.
All right.
It's better when we don't, though. It's better when we don't.
Yeah. So, man, I thought maybe we had some hot takes, but
we don't. And I think
here we go.
Okay. First place, I have Alex Hall. He's the defending gold medalist. And if anybody can put anything together on a course for the win, it's him. So he's my number 1.
Okay.
Number 2, I have Burke Rude. And not to say I'm not the biggest Burke Rude fan, but you've probably never heard him on my power rankings before. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, gut feeling maybe.
He's real good.
Yeah, and maybe it was just like the recent X Games, but he's very, very good. And again, straightforward course, I think suits him.
I
Like that might
completely
be like a
agree.
little bit of a boost up there. So he gets my number 2. My number 3 is Luca.
Okay.
Because
You don't need
for
to
him-
justify that at all to
Okay,
me,
good.
Pete, but
Okay.
you can if you
Okay.
want. But yeah, completely agree.
So he goes 3, and then my spoiler is Mac. And I think that Mac, yeah, he's the spoiler because he's probably interchangeable in any of the 1, 2, 3 positions
Yep.
at this point in time. And the only reason he's off there is because I don't know. I don't have a reason. It's very hard to pick just 4.
Yep. I can't believe we have the same 4. So my thought on Mac is I think it's just Mac's time, man. You know, like he has been the young kid, right? Like looking up at A Hall and, you know, all the top athletes for a long, and he's been a top athlete, you know, for 4 years. But I feel like at this point he has learned how to compete. He has learned how to win. And yeah, gut feeling. And so A Hall is just my spoiler because, like, as you kind of touched on earlier, like the course looks extremely straightforward. It looks extremely straightforward. I'm concerned that there will not be much room for creativity. And, you know, the reason why I love A Hall is I think he is the most creative skier out there right now, bar none. And I am concerned that he will not have the opportunity to show off his A-Hallness, and that came out weird, but you know what I mean. And so
I know what you
I'm
mean.
concerned about that. Yeah. I do not love what I've seen from the course.
We look at it, I look at it like opposite, basically, right? Like what
Okay.
I could see from A Hall.
So what
and
you're saying
he's
is that
been-
I'm wrong.
No. That just, I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. But what I could see happening here is A Hall, in terms of creativity, is also a champion of jump tricks you've never seen before. And
True.
those can happen on a straightforward course. And so I put him and his experience, and you know, you talk about it's Mac's time and he's been here. That's to say that A Hall is old. He's over the hill. He's not gonna do something. So I think it doesn't.
Not what I'm saying.
I don't think it matters the course. I think you're gonna see some sort
All
of
right.
creativity and something new. But again, who knows? It's gonna be wild to see the top 4, you know, or top 3. But we'll see if any of those names are included on there.
Yep. Agreed. All right. Ladies, you or me?
Yeah, you can go again. I still have a spoiler to fill in here, so. But I have the whiteboard.
Nice. Well, try to wait until I'm done, and then we can have 4 different people this time. Anyway, number 1, Kirsty Muir. I mean, she really impressed me at X Games. You know, like I don't feel that she is the strongest rail skier, but I do feel she's probably the strongest jumper right now. And again, on a straightforward course, I think where's she from? Aberdeen, young lady from Aberdeen. Dude,
yep.
I think she's gonna do it. Number 2, Mathilde Grimaud. No shock. Number 3, Eileen. I mean, she's done 1 slopestyle event like since the last Olympics, and she won it. You know, or maybe 2. Anyway,
I just like to show you I don't have the whiteboard marker. Mine have been written down before you started.
Final answers are in.
They're in. They were in before you started, but they're getting unfortunately similar again. So please go ahead with your spoiler.
Okay. Spoiler: Rel Harwood.
Nice.
I mean, Rel has obviously not been healthy really much this year. Last year, she skied really well. I mean, you know, as we discussed earlier, I think she's the number 1 American. And I mean, like, I feel like the spoiler was made for Rel, right? Like, if she likes the course, if she's skiing well, she's really good. And she can put together a run that few other people can do. And, like, she's just, you know, like, the way she grabs, like, she's one of the skiers that's fun to watch. You know, good style, you know, right, is what we'd call it. But, yeah, she's just one of my favorites. And I feel like if she shows up and she's having a good day, it's an easy podium.
I like it. I like it.
Please tell me you have 4 different athletes.
I have 3 of the same and 1 different.
Okay, well that works. Okay.
I mean,
That's
at least
fine.
it's a little off at that point.
Yeah, I'll take whatever I can get.
Women, so I'm going to echo what every announcer said at X Games and Locked, everywhere else, but I think Mathilde Grimmond, I think it's hers to lose. And I also think that just with the time off, the kind of what we saw at X Games from bigger this and that, she's my number one. And it's also because I think she's just such a great skier with a great bag of tricks that I want it for her too. Like, I want her to have that because I think she deserves it. She's got the skills to prove it.
You're not wrong.
I might be, but I don't, as of right now, I'm not. Number 2, I'm going to go Eileen because, like you said, she shows up and she's going to do it. And the main reason I put her up there is, like, when she puts a rail line together, she has very good clean and, like, just above average, like, technical rails. And so I think, like, full package from her is sometimes hard to beat. It really is. She keeps it clean. I have Kirsty Muir in 3rd.
Okay.
And then
so just rearranging the podium a little bit, I guess, but that's okay.
Again, but mine was arranged before you even started speaking.
Yeah. We're making it seem like it's focused on like these 3-4 athletes, but it's really not. It's wide open, and maybe Pete and I spent too much time together, and that's the problem. But it is, yes, it is very competitive. I would be shocked if we get these right. Like, anyway.
Oh yeah, I think we're way off, and that's so good. Megan Oldham is my spoiler.
Yeah. She was definitely the one when I'm making my list. I'm just like, oh man, and I'm like, I'm not gonna have Megan Oldham on this list. Am I crazy?
Yeah, and mine was the opposite for Rel because I'm a big Rel fan, and I think, like you said, it's like when she does show up and it's the good course, like she shines like big time. But the Megan Oldham one for me is like, I don't know, is the last jump big enough? Are we going to see a triple in a slope versus a big air? And that would be a huge, in my opinion, not to say we need more flips necessarily in anything, but to see that go down in a slopestyle run, a women's slopestyle run, I think that's like groundbreaking.
Gnarly. Yeah.
That's a lot. So yeah, she's kind of my dark horse spoiler.
Yeah. And I'd like to point out too that Tesla Dew is not going to be at this Olympics, and that is a shame. She's one of my favorite athletes, but lingering injury problems. Not everybody can be healthy. So that's
the other one on the women's slope side who isn't going to be there is Anastasia Tukdalina.
Yeah, I saw she didn't qualify. Yeah. She didn't get the results she needed.
No, and that's kind of sad. I feel like it's not her fault, and she should have had more opportunities. And she's a great skier.
True.
She's in the mix and stuff. But
true. Yeah, she got 4th, I think in 22, right?
Yeah, I think so. So yeah, kind of a bummer there because that sounded like a little more politics than anything else.
Yeah, right. All right, Halfpipe.
Yeah, I have my spoiler to fill in here, but I have my other.
Okay, so it sounds like I'm going first again.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to go first again.
All right. For men, number 1 is FMI, and I think he's number 1 for probably every human being on this planet. I think it's his to lose. He is that good right now, and I'm excited to watch.
Yes, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
Spoiler. He's my number 1 too. Okay. There isn't much to talk about there.
Number 2. This might be controversial. Alex Ferreira. I do not think we have seen the best of Alex Ferreira yet this year. I think he's kind of been in 3rd gear. I think he is waiting for the Olympics to do the big thing. And I mean, he has the most experience, I think, of anyone in the field. And I think he knows what he's doing, and I think he wants to win the Olympics. So, FMI is my 1. My 1A is Alex. I think Alex is going to put on a show. I'm excited. Number 3 is Nick Goepper, which I think might also be controversial with you. But Goepper has been very consistent. Like, also, the way that I've kind of laid out this and, the American athletes is Alex has, to me, the highest degree of difficulty. Sorry. Goepper is the most consistent, and my spoiler at number 4 is Hunter Hess because he's the most creative. And I don't feel bad about putting Hunter as my spoiler because I feel like Hunter likes to be the underdog. And I think Hunter likes to have something to root for. So Hunter, prove me wrong, brother. Prove me wrong. Make me look bad. I encourage you to.
Yeah, I think you're probably onto something there in your rationale of what you said. I don't know if I agree with it, but you're probably.
I didn't think you would. That's fine.
Probably onto something. So I've already ruined my first pick, which is FMI. I truly think with how he's skiing, it's his to lose. Which is, I don't even like that saying. I don't even know why I say that. Nobody's to lose. It's his to win. That's fair. So he's my number 1. My number 2 is Hunter Hess for the opposite reason that you did. And it's because, he's been an underdog forever. He's a big dog. He's going to go out there and this is his time to shine. And I think he is going to make this semi underdoggy run, but it's not. He's going to be up in the mix. And I think, I don't know. I want it for him. So he's number 2 on my list. Number 3 is Alex Ferreira. Okay. For a lot of the same reasons that you said. It's the experience. It's that I don't think we've seen everything from him. It's that we know going into this, we've talked about this whole second season of our TV show. That's this is it for him. This is his goal. He's got everything else, and he has the other 2 medals. He is gonna go for gold. Literally,
completely agree.
He's going for gold. I put him in the 3rd, but it's I guess it's anybody that you put on the podium is it's gonna be so tight to that first place spot that it's almost you're just. I'd rather rank the top 3 of who is going to potentially win instead of calling it 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally agree.
That's my foreshadow for the event, that it's going to be very, very tight. And my spoiler out of the blue, just because I start of the year and stuff, is Luke Harold.
Yep.
I
don't think that's crazy at all.
I don't think he's got a great run. He's not afraid to go big. He's a young kid. And so what I'm calling here is a New Zealand USA split within the top 4, or at least my power rankings.
Yeah. Well, it still seems like you have something against Nick Goepper, Pete. And
I don't.
I've been saying that all year, and I think you do.
I don't.
No. Go ahead.
To be fair, I have not had him on some. He's been on some of my power rankings, and I've been proven wrong every single time. So if you believe in superstition, maybe Nick Goepper should thank me for considering him
I'm
the
sure.
underdog.
I'm sure that's how we look at it.
Proving me wrong every single time. Okay. I'm fueling that fire.
No. So to your point, what you said before, I feel like you can say of all the Americans, Hunter might have the best shot to win the contest, right? Goepper has a good shot. Alex has a good shot. Burke has a good shot, right? But man, it's if Hunter skis as good as he can ski, he might have the best chance to beat FMI on a run. You know what I mean? It's just because he does offer something different, right? He's, his back-to-back switch doubles, his, creative rotations, creative grabs, he does offer something a little more different. So, yes.
And again, that's what I want to see. Not to say that Halfpipe hasn't become creative. I think it's peaking creativity right now.
I think I do think it's a little bit tougher to be creative in Halfpipe than it is in Slopestyle. And I think that's kind of the way it's always been, which is a shame, but that is the way it is. I don't know. All right. So you or me for ladies?
I'll go first, I guess. That way you don't think I'm erasing my whiteboard.
Yeah, that way we can prove to the people that, you're not just copying everything I say. That's fair.
First place is going to be Zoe.
Okay.
Second place is going to be Eileen.
Okay.
Third place, I'm a little. I had a couple written down. It's too hard. Okay,
It is very hard.
I have cushion, and so I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna go with
okay.
that.
I like it.
And we haven't seen her in a bit, but like I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that.
She's
and then
really good.
And then my spoiler is gonna be Svea.
Okay.
And yeah, I think Svea is very much in the mix. I know I left like Indra Brown. I left a lot of people off. I only got 4, but that's my pick. And I think that Zoe is going to be focused on half pipe, and Eileen's going to do the other stuff. Not to say she's not capable of doing it all. She's done it all for a long time. But I think that this is not just the event, but the year, the dethrone, the swap. I think it's going to happen.
Well, Pete, number 1 for me is Eileen. And the way that I look at this now is if you can't beat them, join them. And I mean, as I've said many times, and I don't mean this to be a qualifier or whatever, Eileen is a great skier. She is immensely talented. But it seems like even when she doesn't have her best run, the judges give her first place. And I don't always agree with that. But you know what? At this point, I'm just going to accept it. That if Eileen has a pulse at the bottom of the half pipe, she's going to win the contest. So, prove me wrong.
It's probably a good call. And again, we're not a betting. This is not
this
for
is not
betting.
a betting apparatus.
It is not. But if I was a betting guy, I would probably follow suit.
No, so I don't know if you saw her most recent Instagram post, but she she shared a page that she had in her journal, diary, I don't, whatever. People probably don't call it diary anymore, but whatever, where she kind of talked about after her concussion, and I'm actually not sure when she got her concussion. Was it copper? I feel like maybe it was copper. Anyway, she was like, after I got my concussion, like, skiing kind of took a back seat for me, like it, kind of stopped being the number 1 priority in my life. But after Secret Garden event this year, she was like, I definitely, I found, this fire that wasn't there before. And now I'm super excited to compete and do the thing. So, I mean, so what I'm saying is I hope that that's true, right? Because it has been obvious that, whether it be health, or whatever, like, she has not been skiing her best. And if she skis her best, then yes, I think she absolutely can win, right? Like, super, super talented, lots of big tricks. Like, there's nothing wrong with her run at all when she does it well. So I'm going to hold her to that, and hopefully that's what, and like when Eileen skis well, it's great for skiing.
For sure.
That's the other
Worldwide.
Yeah.
Worldwide.
Worldwide, baby. Number 2, of course, is Zoe, because Zoe's really good. She has my favorite run in the event. I love the way that she skis. Zoe is awesome. Would not
shock me. She has the most technical run? You said it's your favorite run. Is it the most technical run?
So, like, technically difficult.
Sure.
When she does alley-oop flat 5 and switch 9, yes.
Interesting. Okay.
100%.
Pick your brain, but you can
But
continue.
she has not done that run yet this year. I think she did it at World Champs last year. But yeah, to me, yeah, that run might be unbeatable. But I'm not sitting in the judges booth, Pete, so it's not up to me. And I love that it's not up to me, but I can complain about it afterward. Number 3 is Li Feng Wei. I love the way she skis. I think I'm probably her number 1 fan. Awesome skier, awesome athlete.
That was my toss-up there, too.
Yeah. And spoiler, like you, and I didn't see this coming, is Svea Irving. Yeah. If Svea is healthy, man, she has got a unique, really good run. Right? Sure. Her alley-oop flat 5, no one does that trick like her. Like, she doesn't struggle with a switch 7. Her switch 7's good. Like, she's a really good skier. And if she is healthy, where, man, she's kind of been healthy this year, but not really, like, she could be the whole thing. But like, we neither of us have Indra Brown, which is tough.
Yeah.
Really
Well,
tough
that's
to
tough.
leave her
That's
off the
us-
list.
And that's
Really
that's thinking on the kind of younger end, but like neither of us had Cassie either. That we talked
Yeah.
about earlier. That is like
Yeah.
also a podium threat, in terms of experience and the both tens and everything else. So,
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm also excited. It's like the slope qualifiers are this Saturday.
That's insane to me.
That's not very long from now. Like we're here.
Yeah.
We talked
And-
for so long, and we're
Yeah.
we're here.
Yeah, that's true. We have been leading up to this for a long time. I'll also say how awesome it is that both Big Air and Halfpipe are night events. So
Yeah.
you can watch them here in America and not have to get up at 4 a.m. So
That's good. And mountain time
Thumbs
for
up
me,
for
that's
me.
like 2 a.m, but I will be awake
early.
probably because I'm just a fan. Okay.
Too excited to sleep. So let's not do like full Big Air power rankings because there's the same athletes as Slopestyle. So
Sure.
give me 2 picks for Big Air.
Like 2 for men or just 1 male, 1 female?
I was thinking 2 for men, 2 for ladies.
Okay.
To give us a little
I mean-
bit of wiggle room,
Yeah, for sure. I think on the men's side, how could you not put Troy Pod up there? Like, how could you not? He's proven it this year. He's proven
Yep.
it in years past. Like,
Yes.
he is a Big Air guy, so he makes my list. And
Yep.
then I think other than that, the other one I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep it local with this one, but I am gonna put Connor Ralph on there.
I like it.
If there
I
is
like
a
it a
time
lot.
to shine as a first-time Olympian on the Big Air course, and we've seen him, he throws down.
Yep.
I'm gonna put him up there, and
I like it.
I'm gonna dog everybody else from the USA and the rest of the world. Those are my
Yeah,
2 choices. Those are the
Choosing
guys.
Big Air is impossible. So I, like you have to choose Teapot. You have to.
He's a favorite.
He is, I feel like he is either going to crash or win, right? Like he's one of those dudes where there is no third gear. There is 100 miles an hour and 0. So I fully think it's going to be 100 miles an hour. And then Luca Harrington, because he's on every single one of my lists. He's lucky he doesn't ski halfpipe. Or he'd be on my halfpipe list too. So that's the way that goes. I don't feel like I need to explain that one at all.
No, you don't. It's a great pick, but I just love our country more. I guess that's what it is. I don't know.
That's fair. All right, ladies, you go first.
You gotta put Megan Oldham on there. You just gotta, and you gotta put Mathilde on there. Those are my 2. It's easy. They've got the larger of the tricks. This is Big Air. We're talking about large tricks.
That's fair.
Do I feel bad leaving Kiersey Maria off? Yeah. Do I feel bad leaving Rel off, who's done great in Big Airs before? Yeah. It's all terrible. Grace Henderson's
That's
probably
fair.
gonna crush it and win because I left her off. Oh,
She does.
this is too high, dude. I hate power rankings so much.
Well, you did great, Pete. I also have Megan Oldham. And I thought maybe that was going to be a hot take, but I guess not. And then I have Kirsty Muir because, again, she has been absolutely on fire this year. I feel like she's got the momentum. But, yeah, it's tough not having Mathilde and Rel and Eileen and Naomi Ernest, Ani Karada.
Yeah, the list just goes on. Neither of us have Eileen. Eileen's not on. We didn't talk about her. It goes on. So.
Yeah, and I can tell you Eileen does not like that at all. Not that she watches the show, but if she did, she'd be really upset.
Well, we would probably just be fueling the fire if she watched.
Absolutely fueling. So I meant to say this earlier, but didn't. If you would like to see the Olympic schedule, because you literally can't see it anywhere, go to our Instagram. It is our #1 pinned post. I just learned how to do that today. on our Instagram. Go check that out. Also, we have a little website called fis-sucks.com. And if you go to fis-sucks.com/rankings, scroll right past the OPP and you will see the scheduled P. I feel like if, your browser, Safari, Chrome, whatever it is, if you just don't open that up and you don't have fis-sucks.com/rankings, just right there, right? It should just be the first thing that comes up. Then you need to rethink your priorities in life. You know what I mean? Like, what else? What else could possibly be there? What else is more important?
For the coming weeks, if you don't have it bookmarked at a minimum, just to see the free ski specific schedule, you're blowing it. I mean, it's the background on my computer right now, so that I don't forget or miss anything.
It's totally my homepage. Do people still have homepages?
They do if they use Mozilla Firefox or.
That's fair. And while you're on fis-sucks.com, you can also buy a hoodie because we have some fantabulous. If you want to show support for your favorite athletes in Milan Cortina, you can go ahead and do that.
For sure, and support us. We're gonna give them money. We're transparent.
Yeah. If we ever make money, we will give them money.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's the piece I was missing. We got to make money first. But then we will give it. We will give it to them.
Yeah. Maybe by the time they're 45 or 20 years from now,
maybe
it'll happen.
Whichever comes last.
Us and Stone Ridge Holdings, same policy. FYI, I'm not sure which one's going to be more. Same policy. Pete, did you see the groundhog saw his shadow yesterday? Yesterday, Groundhog Day?
Yeah, that's good news for me because...
Yeah, I was going to say, which one were you rooting for, by the way?
It's still 65 here. I was biking on Sunday.
It is 65?
I've turned it over in my brain where it's like, okay, I just need to go bike. You've got to stop thinking about skiing. You go a couple times and it's still just terrible. But yeah, hopefully there are 6 more weeks of winter. And hopefully they're like actual winter weeks, at least for my geolocation.
Yeah, even we've had some winter here, unlike you. And you know what? I'm kind of down for some more winter. It might snow here again.